Okay. Next stuff back here, which was actually where I was before. Huh. I'll just go through the police station and get out in the back. And I've been thinking about it a bit, and when it comes to a persuasion system, I think I like it better how they did in Mass Effect, where, like, so you could have these, like, free reputation for charming or being completely ruthless or something like that, and then build them up by doing deeds and something like that. Instead of this, where it just feel like you're sociopathically manipulating everyone to get what you want. Oh, 4891. It just feel more natural, I guess. This is in Terrorist Attack on Server Industry Headquarters, Detroit. Officer, Dr. Gene Strovsky. Probably use of unidentified high-tech compound. When examining the crime scene, dead on both the nose by the air cover by the attack seemed abnormally damaged, burned to a degree that could not be explained by a normal fire or the use of any known explosives. It was the same for all of the recovered victims' bodies. Residue analysis by forensic lab officers on the scene light comes from a high-tech accelerant of unknown nature. Seized with lab equipment, victims were deliberately burned to an excessive degree. The most obvious conclusion is that this was done to limit all possible trace evidence, but it just feels like something's off. I've been appointed by the state to perform autopsies on remains of multiple victims of the attack on Server Industries. This is due to the critical nature of the incident and the need for the State Department to be fully aware of every detail without going through an endless array of bureaucratic forms of request. There is no way linked to the competent or local and me, Dr. Gil Campbell, and shouldn't be interpreted as such. Abrasion found severe burns. Reason cause of death is quick, intense snapping of the neck vertebrae combined with crossing pressure. Body was like burned after the subject was deceased. Quick rundown. There's no trace evidence what seemed to be the point of entry. The instances seemed like what amount of damage was systems. Not on yet not many rounds were fired, of the carriage was spot on. Textbook program marksman. There was 1 professionals. The new augmentation design was being tested just prior to attack, but the augmentation itself was unharmed and no files related to it was stolen. The obvious motive is theft and or corporate espionage. Rather than destroy a facility and murder everyone. A competitor could no doubt benefit from such a catastrophe. These measures were quite extreme, and to my knowledge this is an incident without precedent. I want to note here that I brought this matter up to Lesson Asperg on multiplication with no concrete results. Confused witness. Apart from several physical addition and edit and another lab technician was lying in deep coma in the same hospital, though which was left as a tech named Arthur Hopkins. Something peculiar regarding the witness' deposition or lack thereof. When we first got him to see Miss Hopkins was waiting for us in rec room near the lab. He was obviously in shock but was quite coherent and ready to give a clear description of the incident. The emergency response team wanted to make sure his condition was stable before allowing him to interview. When we came back after his checkup a few minutes later, he was getting quite confused. He couldn't remember anything about the tech. We still haven't heard back from the ER team regarding this matter. I didn't know. The situation was wrong with the medical team. Mr. Hopkins' condition has been validated. He suffered from a severe concussion. The matter is closed. Interesting. Oh, damn it. And now I have to go home in both cases, so there's that. Well, where would that be? Game, I do not know where I live. Could you please show me? Ah, there. Sorry. Derp. I overlooked it. Now I have to run through the sewers again.
I'm trying to remind people that the only way we can get in touch with
misstepped. Frustrating. I miss the old days where grabbing onto a ladder meant walking into it. I mean, sure, sometimes going down a ladder was a bit of a bitch, but... Okay. So back to the apartments.
Don't get involved in this, asshole. Get out of here.
Get involved in what?
Go ahead and run. Don't come no closer, Slick. Back off.
Okay, who are you and what's your problem?
It's too late to run.
I'm not running, I'm passing through.
Keep out of this, Hanser. Get lost.
Jeez.
Don't come no closer, Slick. Back off.
Right, so the quickest way back to the apartment is... Okay, around the corner.
Hey, Jensen. Long time no see.
Did you just speak to me?
Jensen. My God, it's been a while. Remember me? We used to work the old 17th precinct back in the day. Man, I wish I could go with the good old you haven't changed at all bit, but that'd be complete and utter bullshit, right?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. You look a little different too, Xander. What's your new gig?
Deep cover. I'm keeping tabs on the derelict row ballers for now. I've got a hunch something big's coming.
Why do I get the sudden feeling you're about to include me into that something big?
Because you're clever. That and the fact that, well, it's pretty obvious. But jokes aside, you couldn't have come at a better time, Jensen. This case I'm on, we're stalling and we could use a little external help.
Clarify.
I'm with IA now, and we're working a sting on a dirty cop named Jack O'Malley. Elusive motherfucker. I mean, Men in Black elusive. We know he's involved in drugs, weapon dealing, tied into the gangs. But he's clever, and we just can't seem to pin anything on him. I swear he's got friends in high places.
Okay, and where do I fit in all this?
You're an outsider. You can go places we legally can't. I need someone to do a couple of things. Break into his apartment, sneak into DRB territory, and finally, go undercover posing as a hitman. This guy is nothing minor, Jensen. He's the real deal. Major player, major consequences. We have to get him before shit hits the fan. You in?
Sure. But, anything else you can tell me about this guy?
How about the target, O'Malley? Got any more info?
He's a cop, but he went on assignment with the feds for a while. No reports, no address, nothing. We're pretty sure he got tied up in major covert ops, but never got anything solid on him. He has a badge, but he doesn't feel like a cop at all.
And the gangs?
I haven't walked the beat in a while. Could you give me a quick sit rep of the local gangs?
You know, gangs are not the finest example of evolution, if you catch my drift. Everything's pretty much the same. The derelict row ballers are still dealing and stealing, getting into fights with hogs, and defacing augmented people's property.
Yeah, right. Upstanding citizens.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have the Motor City Bangers. Ignorant scumbags just like the DRBs, only some of them are augmented scumbags.
Why are they all bangers? But sure.
Can't let a guy like that roam free. I'm in.
All right then, let's get to work. Like I said, I've got a couple of very promising leads, but O'Malley's got friends among the powers that be. I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a warrant, even if I had footage of the perp confessing in real time as he's finger painting his motive on the wall in the victim's blood. So I guess we're gonna have to break a few rules.
You sometimes have to do that.
Suits me. Rules would only slow me down.
Very dirty Harry of you, Jensen. But we still have to be careful how we handle this. We've worked hard to catch this son of a bitch. I don't want him to walk on a technicality.
So what am I looking for in O'Malley's apartment?
Information, drugs, weapons. Basically anything you think can be used to build a stronger case against him. The more you get, the better.
The shipment?
Okay. What's this about getting into DRB territory?
Yeah, I need you to get in there and track down a shipment of weapons for me. We managed to gain access to solid information that will tie it to O'Malley, but I need proof it's really there. They've probably stashed it around somewhere.
A cop dealing weapons to a criminal anti-Aug gang? Not a pretty picture.
Got that right. I guess we both agree. Nothing good can come out of this, huh? I don't know where exactly the DRB's cache is, but I know there's a bonus for you if you manage to sneak in and out without being spotted. Would make shit easier to handle on my side.
And the hitman thing?
What about the undercover assignment? Posing as a hitman?
O'Malley's crafty, and even a bit paranoid. He's always using proxies, scapegoats, and red herrings to get us off his ass. But after months of schmoozing, we finally got through to one of his guys. Turned him into a mole. He provides us with information, stuff like that.
And he's gonna be my way in?
Exactly. Yesterday, another one of O'Malley's guys whacked someone, a drug dealer. There's a witness, but we don't have any details. O'Malley does, and he wants someone to take care of the mess. The usual guy just got busted for possession, so the contact will send you in to pose as his replacement. O'Malley will be waiting for you in an alley next to the police station.
And you want me to milk him to get the info on the witness?
You haven't lost your touch, Jensen. We think O'Malley will ask you to retrieve the murder weapon, use it to kill the witness, and then plant it on a scapegoat he can arrest later. What you need to do is get that weapon and bring it to me.
And what about the witness?
We're almost positive he's a member of the MCBs. Once you know the location, you'll need to get there, take care of any opposition, and prep him for retrieval.
Prep him?
Well, you know, he's a gangbanger, Jensen. He's not going to turn in peacefully, but we need him alive. So I guess you're going to have to play this one macho and knock him out. One of our guys will then just happen to stumble upon him. You know, serendipity.
Okay, let's do this. You can contact me on my info link if anything comes up.
Excellent. Oh, and Jensen, one last thing. To protect my cover, it'd be better if you only contact me again once you've taken care of everything.
Alright. Well, that's a lot of stuff I need to take care of. Well, I'll just get to my own apartments. See what's happening there. Hey!
Have you found anything? Please, I've got to know what really happened to Megan.
I've investigated all of Detective Chase's leads. You were right. Something was off with Megan's case.
So, what did you find?
There were only 3 people who got out of the labs alive. Me and 2 others. One died in the hospital a few days later. The second one, a lab tech, was ready to give a detailed description of what he saw. Funny thing is, by the time the investigators got to him, he couldn't remember a thing.
You sound like you don't believe that.
I don't. Not from the reports I've read. I think someone got to him first. An officer assigned to the case was asked to get rid of a major piece of evidence. Footage from one of our intellicams showed fuzzy images of the attackers bringing something inside the labs.
What? What were they bringing in?
I don't know. But for someone higher up to want that evidence gone, it must have been important. I got my hand on a test report that confirms what was bothering Chase. The attackers used excessive measures to make bodies and equipment unidentifiable.
Oh my God, Megan. What do you make of this, Adam?
I don't know exactly. I guess the idea was to leave no traces, no DNA evidence that would link back to them. But it just seems a bit too convenient. Someone in the government, a man named Manderley, ordered that a specially appointed medical examiner perform the autopsy. He bypassed the local ME. Simply put, that's not a good sign.
It sure doesn't sound good. So what you're telling me is we couldn't find anything conclusive?
No, I'm sorry. But one thing's for sure. Somebody's been hard at work covering up and destroying evidence related to this case. Somebody with power, who wanted to erase anything that might have made the investigation linger. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I wish I had more tangible answers to give you.
It's all right, Adam. I'm sure you did all you could. At least now I know my instincts were right. And, do you know exactly how Megan died?
It was quick.
I read the reports. She didn't suffer, Cassandra. I can promise you that.
Thank you, Adam. It's not much, but it still brings me some comfort. I miss her so much.
Don't worry, Cassandra. This is not over. I don't know how or when, but I will get to the bottom of this.
I knew I was right to trust you, Adam. But please, be careful. It's strange. I thought knowing what really happened would make me feel better. But nothing will ever justify this. My daughter is gone, and I'll never get her back. I wish I could be sure she gets justice.
Trust me, she will.